What is good? What's up, everybody? How's it going? All right, I decided to make this video public just because I just don't have a lot of time, and your boy is trying to get up to 100 members, if at all possible. So if you like the channel, if you appreciate what I do, then please like, subscribe, consider becoming a member. All right. Now, this video will not be long. This will be at max like this introductory phase, and like me describing what I'm going to cover, and then the 15-minute rapid fire chart analysis, and then like an outro. That's pretty much what's going on. So no more than a half hour. The goal is to 15 minutes of the charts. Now, so while I'm doing that, I want everybody to think about a stock that you want me to cover. All right. It won't be a deep dive, but I'll take a quick look and I'll tell you my opinion as far as where I think it's going. If you're in a play, if you consider getting into the play, if you're trying to figure out where your exit is or where your take profit is, something like that, then give me those details. Otherwise, I'm just going to give you a broad-based analysis of what the chart looks like, and it's primarily going to be based on price action unless I need to do a deeper dive. Okay, if a deeper dive is required, then I bring out more tools like the volume profile and things of that nature. Okay, but that's what I got. Now, I will say, full disclosure, I just did a live stream during the trading hours with the orcas and the anglers. Now, we did call a fair amount of good sniping opportunities, right? On a lot of those pullbacks, we identified supply, demand, and we were calling the tops and the bottoms pretty easy. But then we got to a point where I identified head and shoulders along with other things that were happening that gave me confirmation that we were likely going to have a sell-off. But obviously the market didn't sell off, right? So your boy got smoked, and it is what it is. I can't always be right, but I will show you that setup as far as what I was looking at. And you know, normally when I take that, it's about a 80% like probability that I'm right, but this time I wasn't, and it sucks, but it is what it is, right? We can't have hurt feelings in the stock market. Otherwise you'd just be hating life because the stock market has a way of hurting your feelings. So give me a minute. I'm gonna pull up the charts and then we're gonna talk about it. Okay. Shout out to everybody. Please like, subscribe, and if you're in here, just say what's up. Give me a salute or something. Let me see who's in here. Right? Appreciate you in advance. All right, boom. All right, so we're gonna talk about the SPY quick, and then I want somebody to let me know a stock that they want me to look at in particular. So when you start from this view alone, okay, I'm not gonna, right now, I identified this head and shoulders pattern right during the live stream. Actually, yeah, before the live, but I identified the head and shoulders, and I was ready to get in. And I was like, okay, we're probably going to flush. And we did not flush, right? This pattern almost always like plays out for me. Today it didn't. Now, I did identify the fact that this candle right here, I did say during the live, if this candle closes as a solid green candle, then that's going to be right in line with my candlestick patterns, which is the morning star, which would give you a 80% probability that it's going to go on a run. Did I expect the SPY to run that much? Hell no. But it did it. But I did call that out if somebody was looking for calls. I called the demand zone for that, and I called the play. So if you played it, great. If you didn't, you didn't. I was kind of trapped because I was already in shorts, and you know your boy, I typically hold my stuff until the next day. So I got smoked. It is what it is. Somebody probably ate because I called it out. So good for you. I'm happy for you. But hopefully y'all were paying attention. So quick thing. Earlier in the day, I made a Facebook post. Let me get rid of this. I'm trying to be quick. I made a Facebook post and I called this double top. So when you're more zoomed in, I called this right here. And then sure enough, we sold off. So if you were able to get in, I called it right at the top. As soon as this bar right here closed up, right here, I called this engulfing bar, right? I identified and I made a video, a members only short, that we were losing steam, right? And then once this engulfing bar happened, I identified that we were going to go down. So I hopped into a short position. I shared the position. If you're in the members only, then you know what it is. And of course, you've seen how this went down. Then I also called this after the play. And I said, hey, if you miss this first leg, right? Well, now we have a supply zone, and up it's weak because it's a 1 minute, but it's an opportunity for you to probably hop in the case we're rejected, which we did. We rejected, and there you go. We went down. So I called all that. We're solid, right? Okay. Now fast forward. Holy crap. The 1 minute is like crazy. Okay. Fast forward to what we just did, right? I said that these were higher highs and higher lows, right? But once we got up here, this was a level. I seen this shooting star, and I called this out. And I said, if this closed like this with this volume, we did this during the live, that we can short this. And sure enough, it fell down. Now at this point, right? At this point, your boy's like, okay, well, we just shorted the top, and let me zoom out and see what's going on. That's when your boy looked at it and said, oh man, that's a head and shoulders pattern, which is an 80% probability that we're going to continue down towards the downside. Well, that didn't happen. What happened? Well, you look at this on the 5 minute, and the moment I started, well, I seen this, and I identified it as being weak because I didn't have an imbalance to follow any of this. It was wicking, right? And then the red bars got thinner and then thinner. That lets you know that the sellers were losing momentum, and you know, we have an opportunity to actually reverse. Now this was at a high volume node, so there was a lot of buyers and sellers here, and you can tell by the chop here. So we needed a breakout of this, right? So when this happened and this closed like this, I instantly, if you were there, you were there. I instantly said that this will likely be, I don't want it to be, but this will be a demand zone. I called this out. I said this would be a demand zone, and I said if this bar closes solid green with more volume than the last bar, then this would be a morning star, and we would go up. So I called that, and sure enough, that's what we did. And unfortunately, well, fortunately, we want the stock market to go up, but when you're in put positions, you don't want it to go against you. So it played out exactly how I said it would. Essentially, I said if we broke this shoulder, then it was a wrap. You need to get out of your position. It's no longer valid. It is what it is. Which once this bar closed, you pretty much knew it was. All right. So anyway, that's the skinny. And then I identified how this was uncharted territory. So I let everybody know that, hey, this is orcas and anglers. I drew levels that did not exist. And sure enough, I was right. We went up into a level, and we are rejecting at this level. So I identified where we were headed before we got there, and it's because of a method that I used to identify that stuff. But anyway, moving on. What we have in the chat: Google and call 625. Will it break above 200 and hold? All right, let's check out Google. GOOG. Are you in the G or the L? I don't know if it matters, but let's pull it up. All right, so Google's already, so the first thing I see is this shooting star inverted hammer, but it's not weak, right? Like this is still strength because we have an increase in volume. But well, this is after hours, so that's why volume had gone down. But I don't like this shooting star right here. But let's take a bigger look here. Let's zoom out. All right, well, what do we see with Google? Let's level it up. So we have this neckline right here, right, which was a previous level of support. We cracked this, right? So now we went back above it with some strength, right? So it's hard to say. Like I see this bullish momentum. I see bullish momentum die out, first of all. So when I see this, I typically think that we're going to be weak going up into this. But because we have demand essentially here, we broke up and we have an imbalance to follow, I mean, hold on. This can be a show of strength, and it could hold. But you have a lot of selling that happened here. So on something like this, then I'm whipping out my fibs and figure out where the golden pocket is, gold zone, and we're right there. So This right here is my gold zone. All right. And it looks like it's trying to fall below. So essentially, if it closes below 199.39 in this neckline, I would just say that it's likely that it's just a retracement. But it's hard to say, man. It's really hard to say. I can't tell you with, what do you call it? Yeah, it's hard to say. Only thing I can say is that it looks strong the last minutes of the hour. That's the only thing I can kind of identify for you. I'm going to go to the 5 minute, take a quicker look. Yeah. All right, I'm about to move on from this. So here. All right. We have an engulfing bar, right? So this is bullish. We thinned out. Now we have demand on the 5 minute. I'm on a new time frame, so hold up. With little imbalance, so not much, but yeah. 1, 2, 3. I mean, it has legs, but now we have this parallel line of this parallel channel, right? So we have a couple things, like if we break underneath this and then we reject under this channel, then that's bearish, right? Which also combines with this neckline of 199.25. So essentially, you'll know if it closes below this level, okay? And then you have demand. So you have to see what happens at this demand level. Will it wick out of it and continue up, or will the sellers step in and eat through it? And then you'll know then it'll be retracement. So, all right. Hopefully that helps. That's a rougher one, man. XLF. What the heck what's XLF? Well, whatever it is weak. Okay? Whatever it is, whatever this is, I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan because this is weakness. Whatever, let's see, what happens if I zoom out a little bit more? Did it have any strength at all? It had strength here, and then it started to lose its buying strength here, right? Even though it's still going up, I'm not really confident in a continuation on whatever the heck this is, because there's no volume here. So yeah, I can't say to short or long it, but I would say that if anything, it's probably it's like I would bet more that it would short versus go long. But anyway, moving on. What is L? L is a stock. Is L a stock? What is L? Lowe's. Okay. All right. So Lowe's. Let's start off. Now most stocks, like if I'm doing like a week analysis, I'll zoom all the way out. But man, y'all hitting your boy with some challenges today, but it's okay. Like these types is something that like I don't need a volume profile because you can already tell that like this level right here where it's ended up at, like this would likely be the high volume node on the volume profile. So this isn't a range, a box range. Let's just do this. Yep, look at that. Pretty close, right? So my dotted line versus the point of control, pretty much in line. So right now you're kind of dancing above and below this point of control, and I mean, essentially you're looking for a breakout. You can either scalp, time the bottoms and the top because it is range bound. But I'm not seeing a great indication of like supply, demand, or anything like that. So again, when you see volume like this, it's just too choppy. I can't get behind this. Now, if we break below this $80.69, then you're in another trade zone where you can go and retest the bottom like 74. And then if we, for instance, break above, let's say, break above this 87, 88, then I can see Lowe's going to about 92.04. Okay, so that would be a target if you were to break here. That would be target number one if you were looking for a play. Okay, but moving on. What else we got? It was, hey, hit the like, hit the subscribe, notification bell, become a member, all those things. Your boy's going on vacation starting tomorrow, so I'm getting in all the videos that I can right now. Also, stay tuned because later tonight I plan to drop the SoFi video. It is what it is. Okay, so what else we got? XLF is the financial. Okay, just joined. Hey, shout out to you, Flex. Hey, welcome to the channel. I didn't get a notification that you became a member. So, yeah. Are you a minnow, a dolphin, an orca? Let me know. But shout out to you. I appreciate you in advance. Let me see. Do I got to, man. All right. Isaiah, WSC call, $40, 417. Projected earnings is 44 cents around on February 18th. Is that, I assume that's when the earnings is. Some good press and one of the top in their space. They provide modular office and complexes. Okay. All right. Well, we can take a quick peek at that, right? I love earning plays, you know. I assume this is it. Uber. I got you on Uber. Give me a minute. Okay. So how much time are we looking at? I've been on for 26 minutes. So I think I'm almost at my hit point. So I probably got time for like 2 more. And then probably gonna roll bounce. But again, like, subscribe, notification bell, become a member, join us. I'm telling you, when I try to walk you through and give you as much detail as possible, I do that. I really do. Hey, welcome to channel supporters. Hey, I see you. Shout out to you. I appreciate the support. All right, so y'all already know with me and earnings, if we start to see a decline before the earnings happens, right, then I typically say that, hold up. Okay, earnings is right here. Says earnings is going to be the 25th, all right? So that's your earnings. So you're in a descending channel, right? So that's great. I love that. I love this because it tells me that it's probably setting up for something great, right? So what I would be looking for, if you're confident in the earnings, whoever, Isaiah, if you're confident in the earnings, like that they're going to smash it, then wait for the pullback. Because if, and my theory is if a company is projected to beat the earnings, then more times than not, there's a sell-off before the earnings period, before it takes off, okay? So I would wait for this to like the very last minute before close, right? Whenever the earnings is, whether it's like, hold up, where is it? Whatever, whenever the earnings is, right before the closing session prior to that earnings time, I would wait till like 2 minutes left on the clock, maybe 1 minute before I buy a call, and then I would go in like, but that's like not financial advice, but I'm just letting you know what I would do and how I would play it. All right. So anyway, you have a neckline here, right? You have that neckline. Below it is bearish, above it is bullish. So, but anyway, you're looking for a fall below it and a bounce, strong bounce. Or if it shows support here, then you're looking for a long wick, right? So anyway, thanks for the info. Have a great vacation. I appreciate you, Alan. Yep, Dolphin. Hey, shout out to you. Says you're a channel supporter. Dolphin. Unless you upgrade it. Is it possible? Either way, appreciate you in advance. Welcome to the community. Everybody, let's welcome Flex. Funk Master Flex. There we go. Let's go with this. All right. So any questions? Because I'm gonna call it on that piece, and then, hey, my pleasure, Isaiah. I appreciate you being here. I'm new as well. Hey, welcome BRJ. Welcome to the community, man. I appreciate you being here. Shout out to BRJ for joining. All right. I'm still looking for whoever asked me to come up with this extra tier for to be like a bigger channel supporter. I made this megalodon level or tier, and it's literally there for anybody that wants to contribute more to the channel. The more that's contributed, it just helps me kind of pay for all the stuff that I have to pay for, and then it allows me, like, encourages me to invest more time essentially into what I do and do more lives and stuff like that. So what time frame do you look at when you set your support and resistance? It depends on the time frame I'm trading. So are you trading swing trading, day trading? Like, it depends. So if I'm swing trading, then I'm probably looking at to be safe, I'm looking at weekly and dailies. I'll start there. And if I'm like, I might go down to like the 65 minute, okay? And if I'm day trading, then I'm still looking at the hourly or the daily, then in the 15 minute. And then I use the smaller time frames as far as entries. But hopefully that helps. But if you want more information as far as how I break down my charts, then join the orcas or the anglers, all right? We get busy. We try to do things over there for sure. All right. I think that's all I got. Anybody got any quick questions? You know what I mean? Any quick questions? I'm trying to do this right, and I think I did good as far as the timing this time instead of doing an hour. Head and shoulders. Whoever just, you know, that's perfect. That WSC, it already did its thing. So anyway, yep, my pleasure. All right, so that's all I got. I'm going to end the live right now because I have other videos to make. Isaiah says, what does the tier come with for the Megalodon? I tried looking for it, and OT just keeps showing me the membership perks that comes with my current level. The tiers for the Megalodon is essentially the same as the Angler. Okay. Yep. The only thing that's different is that if you want to support the channel more, there's that option, right? And I appreciate you in advance if somebody decides to do that. Now, just keep in mind, like, you can do that. Like, if you say, man, I really want to like support Rail and do the Megalodon tier. Well, you can do that for 1 month, and then you can downgrade back to Anglers if you want to. So like, there's just a way to do that. So, or you can stay there. So it's up to y'all. But people were asking me for cash apps and like all this other stuff, and I was like, you know, here's a tier. Somebody asked me to pay in advance. Like, a couple people asked to pay like for a full year's membership, and it's just too complicated with Facebook. I don't have a Patreon. I don't have a Discord. So this is what we got. Okay. All right. Hey y'all, I appreciate everything. Look out for the videos. Please like, subscribe, and yeah, let's go SoFi. Let's do that too. All right. We're gonna talk about it later though. Take care.